Hi everyone, it's Adam here from adaminsights.com. Let's go ahead, unbox, check out, set up, and do a quick demo of the TTArtisan Light Meter. TTArtisan is making a whole load of aftermarket accessories for Leica, and they're really cost effective. What's really impressed me about this light meter box is that it looks like a mini inner Leica camera box that you used to get when you would unbox Leica cameras as well. So that's really impressed me. Even the finishing of the box is really classy and high-end, really reminiscent of the older Leica camera unboxing experiences. But I've grabbed this one because I'm doing a lot of shooting with my Leica MA, which is a meterless camera, and I wanted something small, easy and cost effective just to check my logic when I'm trying to guess the exposure. So without further ado, let's open it up. I'll give you one last little look around the box. It is really classy, really nice. It's got a great premium feel to it. Feels a lot more expensive than what it is. So let's just go ahead, open it up. TTArtisan Meter II user manual. Okay, and there it is. Very, very small, tiny. Feels exceptionally well made. It is metal in my hands. It's great. The dials on here have got a very strong and sure feeling to them as well. It really is very similar to the Voigtlander one, which is a lot more expensive. You've got a little screwdriver in here as well to install the battery. So I've got a battery right here ready to go. It just takes a CR1632 battery. I always use Duracell, especially in my cameras and camera equipment where required. I use Duracell because they're silver oxide batteries. I don't like alkaline style batteries because the damage or potential damage if alkaline leaks is way too high for me. So I prefer the silver oxide, which is a dry powder substance in the battery. I'll just give you a quick comparison for size with this thing. So 35mm film canister. As you can see, this thing is tiny, but it feels really weighty, really well made. So let's just go ahead and open it up and install the battery. Okay, now that I've got the battery installed, I'll show you how this works. So step one is we just have to set the ISO of the film that we're using. So that's set here. Currently it's on 800. So just press and hold the dial there and spin this round to say, let's go to 100 ISO because I like shooting around the 100 ISO mark. And then all you have to do is choose if you want to shoot really shutter priority. So if I know that I want to shoot at 1/60th of a second, the light meter is already telling me that I'm underexposing. So then I just adjust the aperture. There we go. So there we are, exposing okay, but 1/3 of a stop underexposed. So we just rotate the aperture dial around to f1.4. Now we know that at 100 ISO, at 1/60th of a second, at f1.4, I'm going to be exposing okay. Now if you do need to check again, just press the button on the back of the light meter and it'll come straight back up. Now let's say, for example, I know that I want to shoot at f8, so I'll rotate my aperture dial around to f8 And then I've just got to rotate my shutter speed dial around until I get the green light there to know that I'm properly exposed. If I say open up the aperture a bit more, now I know that I'm going to be overexposing by a third of a stop, now more than a third of a stop. Okay, and that's really all there is to it. That's how it works. It's really, really easy to see if you're going to be exposing correctly, and also just to figure out what corresponding shutter or aperture that you want to use based on what you set first. So again, if you know that you want to shoot at a higher shutter speed, you set that first, and then you find your corresponding aperture. In this case, I'm not going to be able to expose properly at that shutter speed, so if I go down to say f1.4, then I can find my fastest shutter speed that I can use for that. Or if you want to choose your aperture first, you can do that, and then adjust your shutter speed to suit. It's really that easy. But what's really impressed me is the build quality of this, the ease, and the fact that, hey, that will just slot straight onto a hot shoe. So you can just click it straight onto the camera, or you can carry it around in your camera bag as well, which is what I'm probably going to do. Anyway, without further ado, why don't we check out some shots. Well, I'm going to go and take some shots with it, and at a few different ISOs with a few different films over the next few weeks. Why don't we go check them out, or why don't I go take them, and then we'll check them out together to see if the exposure that this was metering is going to be all good.